Hello everyone.
I'm Sahana Parni.
I'm Sudarshan Yes.
And
we are the students of Christ International School.
Our country remembers this day, December 2nd, every year as National Pollution Control Day. We observe this day in the remembrance of the unfortunate incident, Bhopal gas tragedy. It is considered the world's worst industrial disaster that had occurred on this day in the year 1984. Poisonous gas leakage from a factory has claimed innocent lives of many thousands. Even to this day, over 5.5 lakh survivors who are exposed to this poisonous gas still suffer from ailments and disabilities.
So we, the students of Christ International School, are here before you to spread the awareness on the damage caused to life on earth due to increasing pollution day by day. Every year on December 2nd, India celebrates National Pollution Control Day to honor the memory of those who lost their lives in the horrific Bhopal tragedy of 1984. For those who lived through those days, perhaps the image that remains seared in their minds is that of the glassy-eyed infant being buried, eyes wide open, a reminder of how tragedy takes away a life yet to be lived. On the night of December 2nd, 1984, the accidental discharge of the toxic chemical gas methane isocyanate and the other toxic gases from the Union Carbide chemical plant in the city exposed over 5 lakh people of these dangerous gases with zero protection. The Bhopal gas tragedy was the biggest industrial pollution disaster in the history. There have been so many such tragic incidents around the world that tells us how important it is to create awareness about the raising problems on pollution. And it is unto us to take all the necessary steps to prevent pollution reaching harsh tragic losses. We can make the difference.
The need for protection and conservation in the environment and sustainable use of natural resources is reflected in the constitutional framework of India. So, the Indian government has launched various acts and rules for controlling and preventing pollution. Here are some main environmental laws implemented by the Indian government. The National Green Tribunal Act, 2010. It has been enacted with the objectives to provide for establishment of a National Green Tribunal for the effective and expeditious disposal of cases relating to the environment, protection and conservation of forests and other natural resources. The Air Act, 1981. The Air Act is an act to provide for the prevention, control and abatement of air pollution. To counter the problems associated with air pollution, ambient air quality standards were established under this act. The Water Act, 1974. The Water Act has been enacted to provide for the prevention and control of water pollution and to maintain or restore the wholesomeness of water in the country. The Environment Protection Act, 1986. The Environment Act provides for the protection and improvement of the environment. It establishes the framework for studying, planning and implementing long-term requirements of the environmental safety and laying down a system of speedy and adequate response to situations threatening the environment.
Pollution has become a major global threat and concern because its harmful effects are really affecting our health and the future of the environment. Having in mind, we are all the inhabitants of Earth. That means that each one of us has the responsibility to prevent the pollution from this planet and make sure it's safe. Let's not forget that if we heal the Earth, we heal ourselves, which means that the environmental protection is a responsibility, and if we want to save the planet for our descendants, that we need to take care of it. Here are some preventive ways. Make sustainable transportation choices. If you want to stop pollution, one of the best way would be to ride your bike whenever possible. You can also think about public transportation for short trips. Ride the bus, train or subway to reduce any carbon emission from your personal vehicle. Make sustainable food choices. Transporting food from across the world requires a considerable amount of fuel, but it also depends on the production of that food. It might lead to waste being disposed into water and environment. That is why you should support local food sellers whenever possible. Make sustainable energy choices. You could choose energy sufficient bulbs and other small changes that could lead to big energy savings. Reduce, reuse and recycle. You could also focus on purchasing items with minimal packaging and the items that are made up of recycled materials. This means that they will be recycled again and you should separate the materials in your home and dispose them accordingly.
Here are some methods to control pollution. Conserve energy at home, at work, everywhere. Look for the Energy Star label when buying home or office equipment. Carpool. Use public transport, bike or walk whenever possible. Be sure your tires are properly inflated. Use environmentally safety paints and cleaning products whenever possible. Mulch or compost leaves and yard waste. Consider using gas logs instead of wood.
Here we are presenting the model of carbon capture and storage. This is also known as CCS. It is one method which we can reduce the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere with the goal of reducing the global climate change. CCS helps in the long-term removal of carbon dioxide from the atmosphere to slow or reverse atmospheric carbon dioxide pollution and to mitigate or reverse global warming. It is the process of capturing and storing atmospheric carbon dioxide. This technique is outlined in 2008 Chemical Change Strategy as the most effective way to meet its emission reduction goals. Let's take a closer look at how this is done. Many industries including coal-fixed electricity plant, cement plants, oil sand upgraders and oil refineries use fossil fuels to run their facilities. This creates carbon dioxide emissions. The first step in CCS is filtering the carbon dioxide emissions. Next, CO2 is compressed for transport. It can either be sent to its destination through a pipeline or put into tanker and trucked. Captured carbon has been safely transported via trucks. Enhanced oil recovery has tremendous potential to help decrease pollution from oil field. When CO2 is enhanced in oil recovery, it is injected into an oil formation to help the oil flow more freely. The carbon dioxide not used in enhanced oil recovery can be injected into very deep geological reservoir for permanent storage. The CO2 is sealed in the depleted reservoir by the rock structure and the well used to inject the carbon is then sealed with concrete to prevent leakage. The well is then monitored. This method is successfully used in the world.
Recent reports have shown that ever since India has been under the lockdown to control the spread of the coronavirus, nature has surprised us by showing how well it has been cleaning up the environment silently. A clear evidence for this is that a short time back, as air pollution dropped, the Himalayan mountain range has become visible for residents who live almost 150 to 200 kilometers apart. This in fact is a rare thing that has happened after decades. Now, as we are well aware of the after effects of pollution, let's join hands to abide by the rules and prevention methods to save our land. As once said by the great environmental activist Harrison Ford, nothing is more important to the society than preserving its natural capital.
Let's pledge to make our country pollution free.